Hi guys, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Let us start session. So yesterday's class, yes, the previous class just Java overview discussed, right? Yesterday's class. So yes, so day one, day two. So day one, all introductions about myself, about course, and all that introductions completed. Just one introduction. So it's not a subject. About course information. About course information. Next, yesterday, day two. So day two just Java overview given. Just only overview. Of course, all these points will be repeated. All these points will be repeating again here. Just Java overview. So course overview discussed and Java overview discussed. Today starting actual classes. Today starting from the basics. Okay. So today just I'm starting from the basics. All basics. Today let us see about basics here. Yes, before going to Java, there are some basics. So before going to Java, there are some basics. First, let me explain all the basics here and then I'll go to Java. So directly Java may not be understanding here, may not be understanding. Before Java, there are some basics. There are basics like OS, about OS, so about operating systems, about OS, so about yes, some interpreter, yes, about interpreter and the compiler, yes, about OS, about interpreter, about compiler, about some exe file, yes, and about dot class file. Okay, and then about languages, about different languages here, languages. Okay, next about front end, back end, like the softwares, like front end, so front end and the back end. There are some basics before going to Java. There are some basics. Yes, here I am starting from very basics here. Yes, even non-IT background guys also can understand here. Non-IT background students also can understand here. I'm starting from very basics, very basics. Okay. Yes, today's class documented. Today's class. So this is today's class document. See, you guys, not necessary to write any running notes. Running notes is not necessary. Here it's there. This document I'll share with you. So this is today's class document. I have prepared very clearly. Just you can follow this document here. See, my class, the order of explanation on this document is same. My class order of explanation, this document is no difference. After finishing class, just you can go through this document, same as this I'll explain, same as this I'll explain. Okay, yeah. So let us start today topic. Yes, I'm starting from very basics here. Starting from very basics. See, computerware. Computerware basically two categories here. So one is hardware. One is hardware, and then another one software. Hardware and software. Computerware, there are two things here. There is a hardware and software, right? Yes, computerware. There is a hardware and software. Yes, hardware, these are physical components of a computer. Hardware is a physical components of a computer, like a hard disk, RAM, keyboard, mouse, all hardware components. We can touch all these parts here. Okay, like keyboard, mouse, hard disk, RAM memory, yes, all monitor, all their hardware components. We can touch all these parts, but this is not our parts. We don't need this one here. So you can, our part is what software. We are software engineers, right? Yes, guys. We are software, not a hardware. We are software engineers. So let us start with software here. So what's a software? What is a software? Software. See, in software, everything is program. Here, in software, yes, everything is a program. Everything is a program. Okay, software. In software, everything is a program. Everything is a program. Everything is a program. See, it is a collection of programs. It's a collection. It's a collection of programs. It's a collection of programs. See, in software, everything is a program. It's a collection of programs. So like OS programs, maybe C program, or C++, Java. Like there are many programs. Okay, all are, yes, software programs. In software, all are programs. Everything is a program. Everything is a program. It's a collection of programs. Okay, yes, here software basically two categories. Software basically two categories. Software basically two categories. Software basically two categories here. So first one, system software. Second one, application software. Second one, application software. System software and application software. Yes, software basically two categories. Okay. One second. Yeah. Software basically two categories here. Software basically two categories. First one, system software. Next one, application software. Yes, you guys, anyone idea about system software and application software? What is system software? What is application software? Anyone idea about it? What is system software? What is application software? Anyone idea? What is a system software and what is application software? No idea? Of course, I'll explain. I'll explain very clearly. Just I'm asking your idea. Okay, I'll explain. Yes. What is system software? System software, see, it interacts with the hardware components. It interacts with the hardware components. Hardware components. Okay, system software. It interacts with the hardware components. System software always interacting with the hardware components. Yes, for this example, OS, operating system. Operating system is an example of system software. OS. Yes, system software, it interacts with the hardware components. For this example, OS. So OS is an example of system software. OS can interact with hardware. OS can interact with hardware. So it's a system software. Next, second one, application software. Application software. So what is application software? See, application software for the purpose of application development is for the purpose of yes, for the purpose of application for the purpose of application development. For the purpose of application development. See, application software for the purpose of application development. Applications. See, in our daily life, we are using many applications, right? Yes, application software for the purpose of application development. Application. See, in our daily life, we are using many applications. Suppose in your mobile, some applications, right? In your mobile, there are some applications. So, which is mostly used application in your mobile? Which is mostly used application in your mobile? Anyone idea?
WhatsApp.
Hello.
WhatsApp, Instagram.
Yeah, WhatsApp. Insta,
Facebook.
yeah, Facebook. So these all are application softwares. So all the applications of applications here. Applications like WhatsApp is an application. WhatsApp is an application. So Facebook is an application. Insta is an application. Okay, Zoom, yes, Zoom meeting is an application here. Next, online shopping, online trading applications, and next banking applications, banking apps. Okay, like there are many things like food delivery applications here. Okay, next Amazon online shopping application, all the applications, there are applications here. So there are different applications using in our daily life, like Phone Pay, Google Pay, all their applications, right? Yes, to develop this kind of applications, we need some software. Yes, to develop this kind of applications, we need some software. To develop this kind of application, we need some software. That software is application software. Yes, application software for the purpose of application development. Some examples like this kind of applications. Yes, maybe these applications, sometimes some applications to manage the schools, colleges, maybe some food industry, hotels, manufacturing companies, maybe travels. Like this, there are different kind of things, right? Yes, all that applications here. To develop that kind of application, we need some software. That is application software. Application software for the purpose of application development. Yes, application software, best example. Best example, Java. Java is the application software. Java is the application software. Next, C and C++ is also application software. Application software. Next, .NET. .NET is also application software. Next, Python is also application software. Like databases. Databases like Oracle database, MySQL. These are also application softwares. Okay. See, in application software, there are many things. There are many things like languages. There are many things like languages, sometimes packages, and sometimes tools. Right? There are many things here. Languages, package, tools, right? Okay, languages like Java, C, C++, Python, their language, right? So the application software, packages, some ERP packages, tools like testing tools, cloud computing tools here, big data tools. There are many tools, right? Yes, all these are comes under application softwares. See, in software field, many technologies we are using, right? Nowadays, many technologies. More than 100 technologies we are using. Okay. Yeah, I know, Harsha. I know. Yeah. Yeah. So here, so more than 100 technologies we are using nowadays, right? So which is exactly application software? So which is exactly application software? There are many technologies we are using. So which is exactly application software? Let us see. See, OS, operating system. It interacts with the hardware components. OS interacting with the hardware. Others cannot interact with hardware. Only OS interacting with hardware. So OS is a system software. Hello. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the information. Yeah. So OS. So here OS is a system software. Except OS remaining all are application softwares. Except OS. See here, except. Yes, except OS. Yes, except OS remaining all are application softwares. All are application softwares. All are application softwares. Okay. So except operating systems, remaining all are application softwares. Application softwares. Remaining all are application software except OS. See, only OS comes under system software. So OS is a system software. OS is a system software. OS is a system software. Remaining except OS. See, except OS, remaining all are application software. I think it's clear. Except OS, except operating systems, remaining all are application softwares. See, operating systems examples, like Windows is a OS, right? Windows OS. Windows it's a OS, right? Yeah, that is system software. It's not application software. OS, except OS. Except OS, remaining all are application softwares. Windows. Next, Linux is a OS. Mac is a OS. Okay, next, Unix OS. Next, Android OS. Yes, mobile OS, right? Android OS. Android. And then iOS. So these all are operating systems. Okay. So operating systems like Windows, Linux, Mac, all the OS, right? It's OS. Except these things, remaining all are application softwares. Maybe some tools like testing tools or some cloud tools like DevOps, AWS, some tools here, testing tools, big data tools, okay, maybe reporting tools. Next, some languages like Java, C, C++, like this here, packages, some ERPs. So these are our application softwares. Okay, there are many things we are using nowadays here. There are many things. Except ways. Remaining all are applications of simple here. It's very simple. Very simple here. Yes, except ways, except operations, remaining all are application softwares. Right? Now, what is Java here? So, what is Java? It's an application software, right? Java is the application software. Java is a simply it's application software. Okay, right? Yeah. See, this is today topic. Yes, introduction is software. Today topic. Software is a collection of programs. Okay. It's a collection of programs like C, C++, Java, and all the programs. Okay. Yes, software basically two categories: system software and application software. Yes, same thing explained. See, it's there in document. I have prepared. In document very clearly prepared. You guys, running notes is not necessary. Try to understand class very clearly. Next, you follow documents. Just you follow documents. Yeah. Yes, it's there in document very clearly. Just you can follow document. Yes. Software, system software, and application software. Same thing. It interacts with the hardware components. Application software for the purpose of application development. See, except OS, remaining all are application softwares. Remaining all are application software. Same thing explained here. Okay. Yes, Java is application software. It's clear. Java is application software. Let us see something about OS here. Yes, about OS. Yes, about operating. Let us see about operating now. So, what is OS? What is OS? Here, some question for you. Some question. Can we run any program without OS? This is question. Yes, anyone can you answer this? Very simple question. Very simple question. Can we run any program without OS? Yes, can we run any program without OS?
No.
Can we run any program without OS? Anyone please respond? I think someone is responding. Yes. Here answer. Can we run any program without OS? No idea, guys. Yeah. Right? Yes. Answer is no. No. Without OS, we can't do anything here. If no OS, no computer. First of all, without OS, no computer. Without OS, no computer. So OS required. Without OS, we can't do anything. Without OS, we can't do anything. OS required. See, except bias, except bias to run all programs OS required. All programs OS required. OS required. Except bias. See, except bias to run all programs OS required. So what is bias? Yes, anyone idea? Bias stands for what? What is bias? Bias stands for what? Just I'm asking abbreviation. Bias abbreviation.
Basic input output system.
Yeah, good. So bias stands for yes, basic input and output system. Basic input output system. So bias stands for yes, bias stands for basic input and output system. Exactly what is bias here? Bias is not a software program. Bias is not a software. So bias is a hardware. It's a hardware program. It's a hardware program. Yes, it is a chip level program. It's a chip level. It's a chip level program. Yes, it's a chip level program. Okay, so bias is it's a hardware. It's a chip level. Let me show the bias chip in our system. Yes, in computer there is a bias chip. Bias chip. See bias. Bias image. So this is bias. This is bias, right? So what is exactly bias here? So what's a task of bias here? What's a task of bias? So bias is a chip, hardware chip. This is in the yes, mother. It's a part of motherboard. Now this chip contains one program by hardware program. It's a hardware. Then what's the task of this bias? What's the task of bias? See, when you power on computer, first of all, power goes to bias only directly. So first of all, power goes to motherboard. From the motherboard, next is bias. So bias activates. So once you power on a system here, so first of all, power goes to bias, then bias activates. What's the task of bias here? Task of bias is to boot your operating system, booting ways. So task of bias is to boot your ways here, booting ways. Okay. Yes, here. So you can bias is a hardware program, it is chip level. So you can bias is responsible. Bias is responsible. Bias is responsible to boot operating system. To boot operating system. Yes, bias is responsible. Bias is see here. Bias is responsible. So once you power on system here, first initially booting, right? Who will do that booting here? Bias. Bias will do the booting here. So bias is responsible to boot operating system. What is booting exactly here? So what is booting here? So booting is a process. Booting is a process of loading. Booting is a process of loading OS from hard disk to RAM memory. From hard disk to RAM memory. RAM memory. Okay. See, hard disk is storage. RAM is to run all programs. See, hard disk using for the storage. Hard disk is for the storage. RAM is to run the OS and programs. See, everything running inside the RAM memory only. Everything running inside the RAM memory. See here, Windows OS, it's a Windows OS, right? See, this Windows OS running inside the RAM memory. Windows OS running inside the RAM memory. So OS storage inside the disk. See, it's a disk, right? C drive, D drive. It's a disk. It's a disk. Since C drive is a Windows OS, right? It's Windows, this Windows OS. All the Windows file system. It's a Windows OS, right? It's a Windows OS. So this is in C drive. Windows OS in the C drive is hard disk. Hard disk. See, when you power on your computer, so first of all, power goes to BIOS. This BIOS program is responsible. This BIOS program is responsible to load OS from hard disk to RAM memory. Loading OS from the hard disk to RAM memory. So this OS loading from hard disk to RAM memory. So once loaded, your system is ready. Now here this OS, Windows OS is running inside the RAM memory. So this Windows OS running inside the RAM memory. Okay, right? On top of this OS, everything will be running here. Maybe C program or C++, even Zoom application. Okay, Zoom application, Notepad, MS Office, and all are running on top of OS only here. On top of OS. Okay, right? So BIOS is a initial step in your system here. So once you power on system here, okay, once you power on system, that power simply goes to BIOS. So this BIOS program is responsible. BIOS is responsible to boot OS. So what is booting here? Booting is a process of loading OS from hard disk to RAM memory. So once loaded, your system is ready. See, now here my computer. In my computer, Windows OS is running, right? Here Windows OS is running. Yes, where this exactly running? Windows OS. Where it running here? RAM memory. Inside the RAM memory, this OS is running. On top of OS, Zoom app running. Okay. On top of it here, that Notepad running. On top of it here, that Word document running like this. Okay, right? Now, okay, fine. So BIOS is the first program in a system. So once you power on, first BIOS starts and then activating OS. BIOS starts and booting OS. Okay, right? Yes, now. So what is operating system? Let us say about OS here. What is OS? About OS. What is operating system? Yes, what is an operating system? That is question. So what is an operating system? Let us say about it. Suppose your computer. This is your computer. Computer, there are different layers. Different layers in the computer. Like a hardware. In computer, there is a hardware layer. Yes, hardware layer. On top of hardware, yes, OS running. Operating system. Yes, operating system. See here, hardware means RAM memory. On top of RAM memory, here operating system will be running here. Operating system. So here it's a OS. Operating system, right? See, on top of OS, all are running like Java program. Okay, maybe C and C++, maybe Python scripting. Yes, all are running on top of OS. Suppose Notepad is running on top of OS here. Okay, suppose you need database. The database is also running on top of OS. So all are running on top of OS, right? Here this is a hardware. On top of hardware, there is a OS. On top of OS, all these are running. All these are running here. So these are called as application softwares. So these are application software. They are application softwares. So all these are application softwares. Okay. Yes, this is your computer. In the computer, these are hardware, right? And then yes, software layers. So first you hardware layer. First of all, hardware layer. On top of hardware layer, software layers. Software layers, right? Yes, here OS. This is system software. OS, it's a system software. This is system software. Okay. See, in software, application software, system software, right? See, let us go to back. Yes. That initial topic. Computer where? Computer where? There is a hardware and software, right? Hardware and software. Computer where? Hardware, software. See, this is your computer. Computer, right? Total computer. In the computer, here there is a hardware, and this part is software. Hardware and software. It's clear. Hardware, software. Yes, next in software here, again we have application software and system software, right? System software, application software. Yes, the software layers. Software. So here system software, application software, that's it here. This whole thing is a computer. Yes, in computer where there is a hardware and then software. In software, again, we have the two categories like system software and application software. System software and application software. So system software interacting with hardware components. So here OS interacting with the hardware components. See, application software is running on top of OS, right? Yes, all are running on top of OS. All application softwares, all are running on top of OS. Maybe Java, C, C++, maybe some tools, maybe some languages, maybe some packages. All are running on top of OS. Yes, even for MS Office also OS required. Even to run the MS Office also OS required. Notepad running OS required. For every application, for all of these things OS required. OS required. That means OS giving platform. Just it's giving OS giving platform. On top of it, all are running, right? So OS simply it's giving platform. On top of it, all are running. Now here OS acting like a platform. So what is OS means is a platform simply here. So what is OS means is a platform. So OS, yes, it is a platform. Yes, it's a platform. It's a platform. So OS, it's a platform. OS is a platform. Is where we can run all the application software, all the application software, all the application software. Yes, all the application software. Right. So what is OS? What is operating system? Simply answer, it's a platform. OS acting like a platform. On top of it, all are running. So OS on top of OS only, all are running means it's a platform. So OS is a platform where we can run all the application software. See, everything is running on top of OS only. Yes, maybe MS Office document or Word, okay, or maybe Notepad, maybe Zoom application, maybe Java application, C application, C++. Yes, maybe WhatsApp, Facebook, all are running on top of OS, right? So OS is like a platform. On top of OS only, all are running. So OS acting like a platform. OS acting like a platform. Okay, right? See, not only platform here, not only platform. See, between application software, hardware here, OS is working, right? OS is working. See here, what happens here? Suppose Java program delivered some output. Java program delivered some output. So output of Java program, first of all, transfer to OS, and then deliver to output device. So output of all these programs, first of all, transfer to OS. First of all, transfer to OS, and then deliver to output device. Suppose input data, keyboard data. So first of all, keyboard data simply it goes to OS. Keyboard data also first of all transfer to OS and then taken by these programs, right? These programs. So between application software and hardware, there is a OS. Between application software and hardware, there is a OS. So it's like a middle layer. It's a middle layer between application software and hardware components. Yes, simply we can say it's an interface. Simple terminology is interface. It's an interface. Yes, it's an interface. Yes, it's an interface. Yes, it's an interface between application software. It is an interface between application software and hardware components. And hardware components. And hardware components. Hardware components. Okay. Yes. So here OS it's a platform. So what is OS means? Simply answer it's a platform. OS is a platform where we can run all the application software. It's a platform where we can run all the application software. Next, it's an interface. It's an interface between application software and hardware components. So here OS is interface between application software and hardware components. Okay. See, every application software output to deliver to OS and then transfer to output device. Suppose input to keyboard data. First of all, keyboard data goes to OS. From this OS taken by these programs, right? So between this application software and hardware, there is a OS. So your OS is like an interface. It's an interface between application software and hardware. These two layers, right? Application software and hardware components. So this is about OS. I think it's clear, right? Next, here we have one more point about OS here. Some important points. Yes, in Java perspective, some important points. In Java point of view, some important point here. See, inside of OS, there is a library. Inside the OS, there is a library. Okay, inside the OS, there is a library. That library contains all input-output functions, input and output functions. Input-output functions. There are some input-output functions here. Input-output functions. There are some input-output functions to perform IO operations. Okay, so inside of OS, there is a library. Now this library is to communicate between application software and hardware components. Input-output library is to communicate between application software and hardware components. So inside of OS, this library. See, every OS has its own library. Windows has its own library. Linux has its own library. So Windows has its own library. Okay. So Windows has its own library. Linux has its own library. Mac has its own library. So every OS has its own library to communicate between application software and hardware components. Important point. Try to remember here. Try to remember. Yes, every OS has its own library. Yes, its own library. Every OS has its own library. Every OS has its own library to communicate. Yes, to communicate between. Every OS has its own library to communicate between application software and hardware components. Application software and hardware components. And hardware components. Okay. So inside of OS, there is a library to communicate between application software and hardware components. Yes, Java programs, C programs, C++, all the programs, first of all, linking with OS library, then communicates with hardware components. So first of all, linking. So these programs, first of all, linking with OS library, then communicates with hardware. So every program has to link with OS library. See, every program, maybe C program or Java program, C++, Python. So every program has to link with OS library. Yes, every program here, every program, maybe C program, C++, Python, Java, all these programs have to link with OS library to communicate with the hardware components. So before going to run these programs, here, first of all, linking with OS library. After linking, then execution starts. Before executing, so first linking with OS library. Once link is done, then starts running here. Okay. So every program has to link with OS library. Every program has to link with OS library before going to run here. That's it here. Okay. Yes, that link may be statically linking or dynamically linking. Statically, dynamically, the topic later we'll discuss. Is not right time here. Static linking and dynamic linking next we'll discuss. Wait for some time. So this is about OS. So here OS simply it's a OS acting like a platform. On top of OS all are running. Next, Y is a platform. Yes, on top of it, all are running, right? Next, not only platform, acting like interface. It's interface between application software and hardware components. Next, inside of Y, there is library for communication purpose. Library, this is a library for communication purpose. Yeah, that's all enough about ways. That's all about ways. Okay. Yes. Same thing it's there in document here. See this document. Today class document. Today class document. Introduction to software. It's a collection of programs. Software basically two categories. Yes, system software and application software. System software interacting with hardware components. Example ways. Application software for the purpose of application development. Same thing is there in document here. See, except ways remaining are our application softwares. Except predictions, remaining are our application softwares. Remaining are our application softwares. Okay. Yes, same thing here is prepared here. So you guys, running notes is not necessary. Running notes is not necessary. Just you follow this document enough. This document is enough for you. Just you follow it. After class, try to read the document. Okay. So everything clearly prepared. Same topic. Same what are things explained today. Same this topic is there in document here. Same topic cast is prepared here. Okay. Yes. Next about ways. See, can we run any program without ways? No. Except BIOS. To run all programs, OS requires. BIOS stands for Basic Input Output System. It's a hardware program, it's chip level. So BIOS is responsible to boot OS. Okay. So booting is a process of loading OS from hard disk to RAM memory. See what is operation. Same these points explained here. Same thing prepared in document. Same as explanation. Next here, this is a hardware layer. On top of hardware layer, here this is operating system. Yes, instead of OS, this is library here. On top of OS, this is application software. Hardware, OS, on top of it, application software. So this is what we discussed today. Right? So what is Java? Java comes from now, it's a system software, application software. What is Java? System software, application software. What is Java? Is it
Application
system
software.
software? Application software.
Application software.
Application software.
Java is application software. Java is application software. Yeah, 1 second, guys. Someone is asking about